Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN. And visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online video here on the channel. Today I want to talk about what could be next for GTA Online, because after 10 plus years of updates, one can ask the question, what more could they possibly add in this game? Or is this going to be the last update that we get? And people have been saying this since 2016. I still remember back when Import-Export came out, people were like, oh yep, surely this is going to be the last big update right here. And fast forward 8 years later, and here we are. I don't think GTA Online updates are going to stop until GTA 6 is here, and it wouldn't really make sense for them to stop updates either, because they want as many people subscribing to GTA Plus as possible. If they stopped updates, that would have the opposite effect. They would much rather have you concurrently paying for GTA Plus as we go into GTA 6, as opposed to having to regain your membership once GTA 6 comes out. Now, what we already know about the next DLC isn't much, basically just the fact that we are getting a big update, if you can see my air quotes, and that it's going to bring some additions to the Vinewood Club Garage. And these are things that I've already gone over, so I don't want to spend too much time here on them. I want to instead spend the time talking about updates that I think are still plausible to happen and would be a good fit for GTA Online. The first one is a Cops and Crooks update. We had a very small taste of Cops and Crooks content in the last update, not only just working with Vincent, who happens to be a cop in the Cluckenbell raid, but the new police cruiser LE, the ability to own the unmarked cruiser, and the police Gauntlet Interceptor, with the last one being one of the coolest vehicles they have ever added in my opinion. The Gauntlet Interceptor is awesome, has a ton of customization, not to mention all the new customizable police add-ons that they just randomly threw in this DLC. It's like they're just edging the police DLC, like, oh, here's a couple of cop cars, see how cool they are? But no, you're not getting the whole police update, at least yet. And what's interesting is from the leaked vehicles that were going to be part of the original Cops and Crooks update, notice how on this list here, we see the Pole Gauntlet or Police Gauntlet. Well, that's the codename for the Gauntlet Interceptor in the game files. It's referenced as the Pole Gauntlet. And the Police 5 also on this list, that is the new Cruiser LE that we got in the last update. In the game files, it's referenced as Police 5. Which means that the other 12 vehicles on this list still exist somewhere behind the scenes at Rockstar. And what other update could they use them for aside from a dedicated police DLC? Sure, they could release them randomly in future DLCs like they did for the first two, but in my opinion, a cop update is one of the major areas of the game they haven't explored yet, and one that feels incomplete still. For example, we can own the cop cars they released in the last update, but the standard cop car from 2013 we can't own and customize at all, despite it having customization options that exist for it. The lack of police outfits that we can save and own without glitching, there's not really any that we can own and save without glitching, and even if we find a way, they usually blacklist them. And what about the vigilante missions? We have taxi missions that we can start from our own taxis. What about vigilante missions that we can start from our very own cop cars? And they even have the perfect segue into an update like this, with Vincent now being an official cop and us doing that Cluckenbell farm raid for him. To me, that's a perfect intro for a full-on police update. Imagine the DLC comes out, and he calls you and says, hello, my fellow acquaintance. Remember we pulled that job at the Cluckenbell factory? You did good back then, and is the reason I call you again today. You see, some much bigger problems have turned up. Problems an opportunist such as yourself might be interested in fixing for the right price. Now I can hook you up with the latest and greatest tools and services the LSPD has to offer. However, it will require a small investment from you to get the projects underway. Boom. And I hope you appreciate my Vincent impression. From there you go and purchase yourself a police stakeout facility where you can customize and store all of the new police cars. It's also where you're going to monitor and start up the new missions from. And the reason it's called these stakeout facilities is because each mission strand will be like the Cluckenbell farm raid with similar designs and structures to them. And the trade prices of the new cop cars would be tied to the new missions, of course. The game is perfectly set up for this update to happen, and I sure hope it does. The other update that I want that I've talked about many times before is, of course, the Michael update. Michael is one of the only characters from single player that hasn't made an appearance in the online version of the game yet. And whether this update would be about helping Michael at the movie studio, doing different missions there, or maybe it's just a further extension of the contract update with Michael as the VIP to help out with Franklin. In any case, it would make for a really great DLC and a really good closing chapter of GTA Online as a whole, so maybe if they want to save this one for the final update to go out with a bang, I really wouldn't blame them there. I think for the summer update though, I really just want a Cops and Crooks update. A bunch of new police vehicles similar to the ones we got last update, gameplay similar to the Cluckenbell raid, vigilante missions, new weapons, cop clothing. It would be so good. Let me know what you guys want to see next in GTA Online, whether that be in the next update or just in general before they stop updating the game as a whole for GTA 6. And if you want to learn more about that Cops and Crooks DLC and what it was going to be like, I made a video on the subject a couple of years ago now. If you want to have a watch of that, I'll leave it down in the description. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.